I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what I was feeling in that moment. I just was so hurt and do it over. I always knew he had kids. I mean, we dated and talked on the phone every day for about a year before I moved back to America. And I've known this person since I was about 26 years old. Um, I've seen the kids' pictures when they were younger and things like that, but they grown now, you know. Now, when we spoke about the kids, I asked them if they knew about him, and he said no. And you know, it's always a weird thing when somebody tells you that their kids don't know about them, but they've been in relationships with men, and the kids live with them, and you know, you've been sleeping in the bed with a man, but you don't, but your kids don't know. Okay, so maybe you never had the conversation with them. It's kind of weird because his mom knew, other family members knew, they've been around us and things like that. But for some reason, you telling me the kids don't know, and I was trying to be the supportive boyfriend, you know, just hold them down. I don't want to force nobody to come out or, you know, feel like you need to tell them. I was giving them that time and I was going to support them through that. My only thing was don't act weird. I'm not moving and leaving and sleeping in another room and all these things when your kids come over. It's my crib and I'm not going to make myself uncomfortable because I'm not in that space. I'm good. So when the son started coming over, it was awkward at first. The kid didn't speak to me, and this kid is probably about 27, 26. Didn't speak to me. They would go on the balcony and drink and smoke and hang out. And sometimes I tried to include myself just so I wouldn't be just isolating myself when they came over. There was times I would go out there and try to drink with them, have a drink and smoke. A lot of times the kid didn't say nothing to me. It was awkward. They didn't talk much when I was around, but when I wasn't around, I could see them having full conversations. But yeah, and still I tried to hold it down. Now it started to become a problem to me when the dude would spend the night. And whenever he would spend the night, which was in the beginning, it was like every weekend, if not every other weekend, he would go pick him up, you know, when he got off work. And a lot of times we wouldn't even have time to spend together, you know, because they would be working all the time and we worked different shifts. So the times that he did have to spend time with me by himself, he would go pick up his son and they would chill in the living room and kick it and things like that. Now, I can never come in between somebody and their child. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a relationship with, you know, a guy who had kids before, and it was always an issue. I always felt like I can never fight with you over seeing your kid. If you wanted to leave and go see them or you wanted to spend time with them, I'm never gonna say no or make it an issue. But this was just different. I never felt comfortable with it. You know, now when the guy would spend the night, he wouldn't sleep in the bedroom with me. And you know, the first time it happened, I was hurt. I was confused, and it was the beginning of a relationship. It was new. This wasn't somebody that I was with for years. It was literally a new relationship, whether we talked on the phone for a year or not. Us being together physically was new. So the kid would come, they would be up all night drinking and smoking and things like that, and I would go to bed. There was times that I would wake up and I would go and creep around the living room and I would just look to see what they was doing. Sometimes they'd be on the couch, sleep together. There was other times that I would, you know, peek around the corner and see them on the balcony still talking and drinking, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I would just go back to the room and lay in the bed and sulk and sometimes cry myself to sleep because I just didn't understand, and some of the times when I would have an attitude and go to bed, he would come in there and just wouldn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, he'd just look at me and be like, what's wrong with you? And I'd be like, nothing, bro. And he'd be like, and just leave out. It was very selfish and just like, just don't get it. You know, I don't mind them sleeping over, but every time they come over, you got to sleep with them. And, you know, I asked him, you know, why you can't sleep in the bedroom with me when he here? And he said because he has mental illness and he's afraid of him jumping over the balcony. That's what he told me. And I lived on the 18th floor at the time, and I was just like, you think this nigga gonna jump over the balcony? And he was pretty much like, I don't know what he'll do, you know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure. I don't want him to start tripping and do something crazy. So, I thought that was a bogus excuse. I didn't respect it. I was just like, yeah, okay, that nigga's not dumb. He did have mental illness. I mean, the mental illness that where you talking to him and he'll just go off on a tangent saying stuff that you don't understand. Yeah, but you ever seen that Michael Jackson video when he did Billie Jean? Yeah, and then this other dude, he made the moon. Well, I mean, sometimes it makes sense, but it just be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, he'd just be going off, you know. It was just times that I just tried to include myself, and, you know, just one time he would just ignore me and things like that. One time I went out there and I was smoking with them and I passed him the blunt and he wouldn't even pass me my blunt back. And he gave it to old boy to pass to me. And old boy didn't even smoke. So I'm just like, yo, now you being disrespectful. That's my blunt, bro. If I give it to you, you take it, you could pass it back. So I said something to his dad about it, which was my dude. And he was just like, oh, I say something about it. I don't think he meant nothing by it. Yeah, he meant something by it. Like, I don't care how crazy you think. Like, come on now. So, it was just so many red flags that I chose to ignore. And some I felt like I couldn't. I had no choice but to ignore. This is his son. What am I supposed to do? Tell him not to bring him over, not to spend no time with him? I couldn't do that. So I just sucked it up and cried at night and just dealt with it. Tried to include myself, and you know, after a while, he started opening up to me. You know, he would always come over dirty with dirty clothes and underwear, and you know, sometimes, you know, his hair would be messed up. He would always ask me to cut his hair, and I would cut his hair, and you know, I was cool with doing it because I felt like it was bonding with him. And he was opening up to me, you know. He didn't say much, but he'd be like, yo, Ali, can you cut my hair? And I'd be like, whether I felt like it or not, I would do it. It never failed. Every time he came over, you know, after a couple weeks or whatever, he would constantly ask me to do it, and I always did it. It was another red flag that I didn't ignore, but it was just like I had to. It was a time that I was supposed to go on vacation with him and I had to work, so I couldn't do it. So it was a ticket that I couldn't use. And I was like, well, why don't you take your daughter with you? You know, that'd be a good trip for your daughter. Now, him and his daughter never spent any time together. She came to the house maybe 2 times. But this guy, he was over every other weekend, if not every weekend. So I was like, maybe you should take your daughter on the trip. That'd be a nice daughter, you know, dad trip. He looked at me, thought about it. Then he tells me he gonna take his son. And I was just like, now let me explain the son thing to y'all too. The son wasn't his birth son. It was his daughter's biological brother. They had the same mother and different dads. And he told me that because they were so close in age, when he would go pick up his daughter, the son would want to come too, and he would just, you know, he just took on to him, and that's the reason why. So it wasn't his real son. So to me, that was even more reason, like, okay, but I understand if this is the person who you know, he was raised around you and spent a lot of time with you. I tried to understand that. But the other red flag came when that vacation came up, And, you know, they was excited to go and things like that. And I felt some type of way about it because I'm like, you about to go on the beach and these, like, with him, you know. So I think I was working and all of these things. And I came in one day and it was here and he was helping him get swimming trunks and stuff from his closet because I guess the boy didn't have, you know, the clothes and stuff to go on a vacation. So I look in the bag that he was packing for the boy and I seen these skimpy little bikini drawers. And I was like, whose is these? And he was like, he wearing them. And I was like, you gave him these to wear? He was like, he picked those out. I was like, why are you giving him some bikini boxer briefs to wear on the like beach with you? Like the fuck, like y'all two niggas. And this shit was like, you want to see him? He was like, I didn't tell him to wear. It was just weird to me. And I'm just like, nah, bro. Like I was upset about the underwears because you gonna be naked on the beach. You like, nah. Like this is for one, the boy is straight. He don't know about you and like why you got him in these underwear. But I said, okay, you know, they went. Now when they went on a vacation, I barely heard from them. Like he wasn't hitting me up. You know, I hit him up. I asked what you doing. He on the beach. He would, you know, it was just like missing in action. You know, when he came back, he showed me pictures and things like that. I seen the little underwear. They was just having a great time. He seemed like he was having more fun on that vacation than the vacations that we had together. So I was just like feeling some type of way. But just to make a long story short, so I had booked a ticket to go to Puerto Rico to my homie's birthday, you know, to help him celebrate. And things I was running behind, and I ended up missing my flight. So at the airport about an hour, I tried everything I could do to get the flight. You know, it just didn't make sense with the extra flight that was coming. I was only going to be there for a couple hours, so I ended up just saying I, you know, wasn't going to go. So I ended up coming back home. Bro, I felt something. I was so anxious to get home. I think I was driving fast and I was just like, I didn't know why I was anxious, but I was just anxious to get back. So I get to the door and I open the door. And the way my apartment was set up, when you open the door, you could see the full living room. When I opened up the door, I seen the son laying face down on the couch with his shirt off and his pants and his underwear pulled below his butt, with my dude sitting on top of him, straddled across him, with lotion in his hand. And I think he was giving him a massage. When I tell you, bro, I was in shock. I was angry, I was hurt, I was confused. I ain't have a word to say. I was just like, you know, when you need to blow in a brown paper bag, that's how I felt. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm looking like, yo, what the fuck, yo? And our boy jump up and he like, yo, Ali, it ain't what you thinking, man. He was just giving me a massage. A massage? With your pants pulled down below your ass, bro? His son? Wait, what the fuck is going on? I want to flip. I want to just start spazzing. I'm trying to keep calm. You know, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they will try to jump me. I go into the kitchen and I'm pacing back and forth. I'm like, yo, I can't believe this. The fact that he was just standing there looking at me and not saying a word kind of infuriated me even more. All I heard was the son told, Ali, man, it ain't like that. You know, I don't even I don't get down like that. I'm saying that let me know that he knew that me and him was in a relationship. So I'm in the kitchen, old boy comes in there, and I think he's just trying to calm me down to make sure I don't do nothing crazy. So he looking at me like, and I'm like, yo, I can't believe what the fuck is going on, bro. He not saying nothing. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to flip. Like, you ain't gonna even apologize. Like, what's up? He just looking at me. So I get angrier. I push him. We start to tussling. I get him down on the floor. And he trying to get up, and everything in me just wanted to just start drilling him in his face. Like, I didn't want to. I'm not an abusive dude, but I couldn't understand how somebody could do that to me. The one person that I trusted you to be around, like let you go on vacations with you. He was there sleeping with you. Like, even when I'm at work, this person is here. And I trusted it. Like, even though in the back of my mind, I felt like I had to trust it. So we tussling. He trying to get up, but I got him. You know what I'm saying? And he trying to get up. I wouldn't let him up. And I just wanted to start drilling and shit, but I just knew that if I punched him in his face, that would give him a reason to use his weapon against me, which I felt like he always wanted to do because he walked around with his bag all the time with his gun in it. Whenever we got into an argument, that bag stayed by his hip, like in the house. So I know he never trusted me. And at that moment, I didn't care. I kind of wanted the son to come in there and try to help him so I could beat him and just like take it out on him, but he didn't. But the crazy part, while I had him down on the ground and I'm holding him and he telling him, like, yo, I can't believe you did this, bro. He looked at me in my eyes and he said, I hate you. I hate you. And I'm looking. And it wasn't even the words. It was like a whisper saying, I hate you. It was like with the nastiest, most vindictive, evil look in his face. And for some reason, when he said that, I believed it way more than the times he said he loved me. And I just looked. And I let him go. I was like, yo, it ain't even worth it. The dude's still standing around with his shirt off, pants pulled up, oh boy. I was like, yo, bro, you need to get him the fuck out of here. Like, why the fuck is y'all still here? He was like, we was getting dressed. I'm about to take him home. I was like, no, like, y'all need to go now. Like, why the fuck is it 20 minutes, 10 minutes? Like, you needed to immediately get him out of here. They start packing up slow, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, get your shit, put y'all shit on and get the fuck out, bro. Because if y'all don't hurry up, like slow putting on pants and walking around, like, bro, where is the respect? Like, bro, I'm about to really spaz and not give a fuck what happens. So he like, I'm about to go. Like, they walk out the door. Like, he walks out the door. The boy was still walking slow, so I just shoved the boy, pushed him out the door and slammed it behind him. When I tell you, bro, I never felt that way ever in my life. The hurt, the confusion, the pain, like, I trusted you. You told me this was your son, but the whole time, I don't know what was going on. If you did this when you thought I was in Miami, what was you doing the times that I wasn't there and you thought I was asleep? What did y'all do on y'all vacation? After that moment, I knew that I would never, ever trust him. And I knew that we would never be together. So all the love that I had was gone in that moment because how could you do that? And then I became more angry because I felt like you was taking advantage of the boy. This boy is straight, supposedly, with mental illness. You taking advantage of him? Because if he didn't have that mental illness, would he allow another grown man that claims to be his dad get on his back and give him a massage with his ass out? How long have you been doing this? Have something going on in the past? Why are you so close to this boy? You don't even go pick up your daughter. I've never seen your grandchild, but a couple times. You don't go spend no, but you go pick this dude up every weekend, and it ain't because of the mental illness and you feeling like, because after that, after I told him he can't come here no more, I've never seen the kid again. Now, I don't know if he goes to see him afterwards, but I never seen him after that day. But after that point, I was done. In my heart, I knew it could never be. And even if I get along from this point on, just to get through the day, it would never be the same again. From that moment on, I never slept in a bed with them again. Ever. My heart completely changed at that moment. I just want to say to my cousins out there, like, and this is a crazy situation because it was a son that wasn't his son, that he portrayed to be his son. And I don't know what's going on, and I've tried to talk about it, but of course they'll never admit the truth. Follow your instincts. A lot of times it won't steer you wrong. And although I was in that situation, I really feel like it wasn't nothing I can do because I was in it already and I just had people lying to me. Bro, I really don't understand why I deserved that. I didn't. Some people was just fucked up people, bro. So the whole time, it was all a lie. You never really know somebody, you know? You never really know somebody. If you're dating somebody and you're talking and you think you know them, you don't. Y'all wanted story times. Told y'all I was back. Just had to live a little. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you're new to the channel, please thumbs up this video. If y'all want more story times, please thumbs up this video because I'm sharing my life with y'all. I'm sharing my personal experiences with y'all. And a lot of times this stuff ain't hard. I mean, this stuff ain't really easy to talk about. You know, I know I'm putting myself out there to be judged. People to be like, oh, I could never, I would do, you crazy, like, whatever. Yap, yap, yap. Y'all don't know what y'all would have did. I did the best I could in that situation. It's your favorite cousin Tripp, and I'm back with another banger. If you never commented before, let me see you in the comments. This could be your first time. Introduce yourself to me. All my new cousins out there, what's up? This is what we do. I know y'all see a lot of my silly videos and stuff because I just like to make people laugh. Life is always so heavy. I hope you got something from this video. And, you know, just if you're in that type of situation, just make sure, don't settle. Don't settle. If a person not who you want them to be, there's other fish in the sea. I love y'all. See y'all in the next video. I'm out.